Welcome back to the Deep Dive. So today we've got a bunch of sources zeroing in on how we actually thank our veterans. We're looking for really thoughtful, meaningful gift ideas, specifically for occasions like Veterans Day.
Right.
Our mission really is to sort of cut through the usual stuff and find those perfect, tangible symbols of respect.
And that's the key word, isn't it? Respect. When we talk about honoring courage, dedication, it's not just about buying something. We're digging into why certain things are chosen, to represent service.
Exactly.
Veterans Day is, it's a pretty solemn time for reflecting on sacrifice. So the gift, whether it's like for one person or a whole crowd, it really needs to match that weight.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because, these sources show a huge range. Everything from stuff you can hand out easily at a big event, hundreds of them, to pieces that are meant to, really transform a room in someone's house. So we need to look at the gifts, sure, but also the context, right? What kind of message are these different types of gifts sending?
Precisely. It's about the intention behind the scale. Yeah. Are you trying to reach, a broad audience, get wide recognition? Or is it more about a really personal, durable nod to a long career? The answer kind of dictates the gift.
Okay, well, let's start with that big scale, the broad recognition. Because, thanking hundreds of veterans at once, say, at a community event, that's a logistical challenge.
It really is.
And those sources, they immediately jump to these scalable options. They highlight the Taniyamo 360 PCs thank you gift sets. Seems like the go-to for handling event logistics.
Yeah, and that speaks to the need for efficiency, right? When you're dealing with mass appreciation. What's kind of interesting here is how the source really emphasizes the ready-to-give part.
Oh, yeah.
You get 120 keychains, 120 cards, 120 of those little self-adhesive bags. It's like a prepackaged thank you, built for speed and making sure everyone gets the same thing.
And they get specific about the keychains too, 1.57-inch acrylic. They say durable, fade-resistant, 12 different patriotic designs, flags, soldiers, eagles, that kind of thing. I guess when you're giving out that many, you need them to, hold up and look consistent, right? Don't want the feeling cheap.
That durability bit, that's the subtle point there. Even in bulk, it needs to last, But okay, so if the keychains are about that wide visibility, the sources then pivot pretty sharply, actually, to something much more formal, dignified even.
Which is?
The 100 PCs Veteran Day lapel pins bulk set.
Okay, yeah, I see that. This definitely feels different. More like something for a formal awards dinner. Maybe a retirement thing, not just a, park event.
Yeah.
What makes these stand out from typical pins?
Well, it's the materials, definitely, and how they're presented. The source is super specific, hand-polished, 24K gold plating, that soft epoxy resin coating.
Right.
This isn't just like a novelty pin. It's meant to mirror the quality you'd expect in actual military insignia. The gold plating, the polishing, it signals this is a lasting mark of honor, not something disposable.
And what's really interesting, I thought, was the focus on the clasp. It mentions a gold butterfly clutch, the military style, with a locking mechanism. Why get so specific about the clasp? That seems detailed.
Because if you're giving an award, something meant to be worn with pride, it needs to stay put, right?
Ah, good point.
Imagine getting this pin for your service and it falls off your suit lapel or your hat. It kind of undermines the whole gesture. So that locking clutch, it's not just a minor detail. It shows this thing is valuable, meant to be kept and worn securely for a long time. It speaks to permanence.
Makes sense.
And again, the presentation, each one in its own little transparent storage box, keeps them looking perfect, whether it's for someone retiring from the Army, Navy, Marines, Coast Guard, ensures it feels special right from the start.
Okay, yeah, that definitely elevates it. So we've gone from bulk, sort of event-friendly recognition to this very formal, durable award. Let's totally switch gears now and talk about gifts that take up space. Not worn on a person, but put in an environment.
Right, moving from the body to the home or the community space.
This is where the appreciation becomes more of a daily reminder or even a public thing.
Exactly.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Let's look at the big visual statements, starting maybe on the personal scale.
Yeah.
The Soldier Large wall art, patriotic American flag framed canvas. And the key word here is large, like extra large, 30 by 60 inches. That's huge.
Yeah, the size is the statement there, isn't it? Something that big isn't just background decoration. It's a centerpiece. It basically says the veteran service is central to that space. It dominates the room. And the sources, they detail the quality. Again, high-def Lee print, vivid colors, eco-friendly ink, premium canvas, all that stuff.
And crucially, I think, for a gift, it arrives ready to hang. pre-stretched wooden frame, hooks installed. That convenience factor is massive. Right?
Oh, absolutely.
You want that emotional impact right away. Not give someone a project like finding a framer. It's instant impressive decor for wherever they choose living room, office.
Okay, so if the canvas is the big personal statement in the home, then the Veterans Day decorations banner is kind of the public community equivalent.
Aha, right.
This lets families or maybe businesses, local groups, whoever, display that gratitude openly, turns a front yard or a fence into like a celebration of service.
Yeah, this feels very practical, but also very patriotic. It's big, 1.6 by 8.2 feet and made of 100% polyester fabric. They make a point of saying it resists wrinkling and fading. Why flag that, the fade resistance?
Well, because public appreciation probably shouldn't look worn out after one season, you know?
True.
If you put this banner out for Veterans Day, you want it looking sharp. And the idea is you can probably use it again next year, maybe for Memorial Day too, or the 4th of July. That reusability suggests a kind of sustained yearly commitment to honoring service. It's not just a one-day thing. It's more like an investment in ongoing community gratitude. That's
a really good point about sustained commitment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, let's blend that practicality with maybe a more hidden message. Not everything has to be, huge on a wall or pinned to lapel. Sometimes the best gift is useful every day.
Mm-hmm.
Which brings us, maybe surprisingly, to socks. The 24 pairs Veteran Camo Army Socks for Men.
Yeah, socks. It sounds kind of mundane at first, doesn't it? But this gift is actually a really neat example of embedding meaning into something totally necessary.
How so?
Well, the sources talk about the basics: comfortable cotton poly blend, breathable, mid-cap, universal fit for guys, shoe sizes 7 to 12, all the practical stuff.
I've got sock features.
But the genius part, and what the sources really focus on, is what's printed on the soles. It's hidden, internal, you only see it when you take them off.
Ah, okay. So what does it say?
That's the really subtle tribute here. The appreciation is literally what they stand on. The soles have these motivational texts, specific quotes like, "My oath never expires, and every veteran is a hero."
Wow, okay. That changes things completely. So putting on your socks becomes like a little private moment of affirmation. It's not external praise, it's something more personal.
Exactly. It makes the appreciation really intimate, almost self-affirming. And the pack comes with different camo patterns, plus stars and stripes designs. So externally, they look like practical, maybe work or outdoor socks.
Right, the camo gives that utility vibe.
But underneath, that message is always there, reinforcing that their service, let they say their oath, it's lasting. It's a clever way to weave honor into the everyday grind.
Yeah, that difference between the outside look and the inside message.
Yeah.
That's a great takeaway. Okay, so we've really covered a lot of ground here. We went from high-volume keychains for events to those permanent-feeling gold-plated pins for formal stuff, then the huge wall art transforming a room, the reusable community banners, and now these practical but deeply meaningful socks.
Yeah, quite the range.
So what does this all mean if you pull it all together?
Well, I think if we synthesize all this, what it boils down to is true appreciation seems to demand choosing something tangible that actually mirrors the sacrifice you're acknowledging.
Okay.
Whether it's a simple keychain for hundreds or a single gold pin for one retiree, the underlying idea seems to be about conveying genuine respect. And in a lot of these cases, permanence, durability.
Yeah, that permanence thing kept coming up.
Yeah.
Our sources definitely suggest that the enduring nature of military service kind of demands a symbol of gratitude that reflects that commitment.
Right.
The freedoms we have, they exist because people stepped up.
Yeah.
And the quality, the thought behind the tribute should ideally reflect that sacrifice.
Absolutely. And maybe as you're thinking about, the right gift for veterans in your own life or community, here's a final thought to chew on.
Right.
We looked at 5 totally different gift types today, right?
Yep.
But almost every single description across all of them really emphasized security and longevity. Fade resistance, locking clutches, durable polyester, premium canvas that lasts. Why is permanence this idea that the gift itself has to last and endure? Why is that such a constant theme when we talk about honoring military service? What does that focus on durability in the gift tell us about how we view, or maybe how we should view, the enduring nature of our gratitude? Something to think about.